At the center of the Emilia-Romagna region of northern Italy is the city of Modena and the heart of what is known as La Terra dei Motori, or the Motor Valley. Within 50 kilometers of this historic city, you can find some of the best-known Italian automotive brands such as Ferrari, Lamborghini, Pagani, Ducati, and the godfather of them all, Maserati. But being the veteran doesn't mean you're the king. Maserati struggled for a long time under Ferrari. Determined not to let the brand slowly fade into the annals of history, Fiat bought Maserati in 1993. Then, in 2015, after a few years of success with the new Gran Turismo and Ghibli, Maserati invested $1 billion into the original Mirafiori factory in Turin to research and develop their new SUV and the future of Maserati, the Levante. Developed for the 2017 model year and redesigned in 2022, the Levante has become Maserati's #1 hit. It combines eye-catching elegance and flawless aerodynamics while balancing it all with raw horsepower. Extending their relationship with Ferrari, Maserati made the decision to incorporate powertrains from the prancing pony for all of the Levante trim levels. Starting with the GT and the Modena, Maserati gave Levante a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 with either 345 or 424 horsepower respectively. Open the bonnet on either of the top-tier models though, and you're met with a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 that is the thing of mechanical beauty. In classic Ferrari fashion, this V8 is sporting twin air intakes and throttle bodies, all attached to a Ferrari red dual-intake manifold, topped with a carbon fiber engine cover and signature chrome trident. With that beauty comes 523 horsepower in the Modena S and 572 horsepower in the Trofeo, which rockets you from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds to a top speed of over 180 miles per hour. Handling all that power and helping maintain the 50-50 weight distribution is the advanced active air suspension that can lift and lower the Levante 3 inches, as well as the intelligent all-wheel drive system. But numbers don't tell the whole story. One thing that makes not only an Italian engine, but a Maserati engine special is the sound. Somehow, Maserati has come up with a way to turn carbon dioxide into audiophonic nirvana. Even the V6 sounds like a lion doing its best Barry White impersonation. Since the Levante was the first SUV for Maserati, they wanted to make sure the exterior was appealing to the masses, but still followed the core design. The grille of the Levante is quintessential Maserati with the vertical lines and signature trident logo. On either side are optional full LED adaptive matrix headlights with integrated daytime running lights that blend perfectly into the upper line of the grille. Below are 3 massive grills that make up the lower valance that feed the intercoolers for that turbocharged V6 and V8 engines and provide cooling for the optional oversized Brembo brakes. Down the side are high-arching front fenders with signature louvers that, when combined with the wide-body appearance of the rear fenders, give Levante a look similar to the Gran Turismo. The swept-back roofline stretches out the front end and pushes the wheels to the very corner of the chassis, giving the Levante better handling and an overall sportier appearance. As you make your way around the wide-body rear quarters, you're met with the boomerang-shaped taillights that Maserati says they created with 3K injection molding technology and are meant to pay tribute to the 3200 of the late 90s. At the top of the liftgate sits a roof spoiler and third brake light. Finishing things off in the rear is dual exhaust with your choice of blacked out or chrome tips. Lastly, Levante sits on 18 to 21-inch wheels with the option of 5 different designs. Open the door on Levante and you're hit with the scent of fine Swiss leather. Maserati only uses Napa and Selva leather selected from Swiss range cattle. The cool climate results in cattle that are less exposed to bugs and predators, therefore producing cleaner, thicker, stronger leather. In addition, the hides they use are exclusively from bulls because cows get stretch marked when they're pregnant. That beautifully stitched leather is everywhere, including the 12-way driver and 8-way passenger heated and ventilated sport seats adorned with a Maserati trident. Getting past the cowhides though, the Levante is a really well-equipped vehicle. Starting with the heated leather steering wheel, you have controls for volume, phone, selector buttons for various dashboard functions, and the shifter paddles for the flappy paddle gearbox when you switch to manual mode. Beyond that is a standard analog instrument cluster with digital center display for drive modes, navigation, and a ton of other customizable driver settings. In the center of this beautifully molded waterfall style dash is the signature Maserati analog clock. Continue your way down and you're met with an 8.4-inch infotainment screen that is basically the center hub of the Levante. Most vehicle functions, including the climate controls, are adjusted through the infotainment display, but the system also offers a voice-activated virtual assistant. Navigation is standard, as is Sirius XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Although an 8-speaker stereo system is standard, buyers can upgrade to either a 14-speaker 900-watt Harman Kardon system or a 17-speaker 1250-watt Bowers & Wilkins system. Keep moving down and you have the standard climate controls as well as wireless charging pad and a few USB ports. In the center console, you have the driver mode select buttons, ride height adjustment, traction control, and more, as well as the selection wheel for the infotainment screen. The rest of the Levante interior is as posh as you can imagine, with your choice of not only color but leather and Alcantara, stitching color, pattern, secondary material like wood, piano black, and carbon fiber trim pieces. There are thousands of color and material combinations to choose from. The back seat is roomy and comfortable for even the tallest of adults. Trunk space is beyond adequate at 20.5 cubic feet behind the back row and 57.4 cubic feet with the rear seats flipped down. Even though the Levante's form factor would have been alien to the Maserati we know even just a century ago, the Hyperlux SUV is an outstanding feat of automotive engineering. It really is the perfect combination of beautiful form and brute power.